Hello and welcome to LaRosa Reads. I'm Denise LaRosa and this is
Gianna.
And over there is
Natalie.
And we are here to chat it up about our latest reads. Let's talk books. Yay! I'm here with my daughters, Gianna and Natalie, and we have been enjoying some books lately. And today we're going to show you our current reads and chat about them a little bit. Hopefully, these books will inspire you and you will add them to your TBR or even give them to the young person in your life. So, let's start with Natalie. So, Natalie, what have you been reading lately?
So, I've been reading Starfish, and I got it from my classroom's library, and we had this whole thing that you have to fill out to take it home with you.
Nice.
Of course. And this book is really, really good.
All right, so tell us what makes it really, really good. What's the book about? Who's the book about? Spill all the tea.
Okay, so I'm probably not going to explain this in the best way, but I'll try. So there's this girl, her name's Ellie, right there, and everyone makes fun of her because she is apparently fat. Not trying to say that in a mean way.
Mm-hmm.
And her mom, really, really hates her.
Oh, wow.
Because, literally, she has a whole chart on her refrigerator how much weight she has lost this week. And then whenever she, wants to do a new thing, she's like, hey, Mom, I want to learn the piano. And her mom was just like, yeah, sure, when you lose weight.
Oh, geez.
So then she has a friend, she's her neighbor, and she's always on her trampoline and speaking so fast, I can't even, understand what she's saying in the book. And she likes to comfort her and stuff like that.
Now, you told me earlier, because we were reading books at a coffee shop earlier today, you were telling me that the main character has a brother.
Yes.
So tell us about this brother. Is he kind to her?
No.
Wow. So what's going on with him?
He just sides with the mom on everything, and the mom is very, very, very mean. So Ellie wanted to eat these saltine crackers because she was hungry. And then once her mom found out that there was a package gone in the pantry, she literally busted the door open. And then she tried to pry her mouth open and take every single crumb of the saltine cracker out.
Oh my goodness.
And she was just like, spit it out now.
Oh gosh. So let's pause. Oh, were you going to add something about the brother?
And then after that, the brother slipped a note under her door that night saying, if Mom and Dad split, it's your fault. Hope the stupid crackers were worth it.
Oh, Lord. This book. What?
But then at some point, it's the pool is her happy place, as you can see.
Yeah.
And the reason why the book is called Starfish is because she feels like in the pool, I don't really know how to exactly explain this, but she just did a little starfish right there. And she's and then her dad came out and said, see, you're a starfish right now. That's how you can be in real life. Take up all the space you need.
Oh my gosh. So Dad's in the picture, and it sounds like Dad is the opposite of Mom and brother, and that he's encouraging to her. Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, wow. So is Mom's motivation for Ellie losing weight, was there any moment in the story that explained that? Is she worried about Ellie's health, or is she just being unkind?
She's just being unkind because she wants her to be like everyone else in the family, because she just feels like she stands out and she doesn't like that. So she wants her to just be like everyone else.
Yeah. And you were so excited about this that you're immersed in the story. It's really good, and you're reading it. You're not listening to it on audiobook this time, because you do listen to some books via audiobook, which is fine too. That's reading as well. So tell us, how is this? May I see the book? This book is written in verse. And I believe, is this your first book reading in verse?
No.
Okay. What do you think about this structure for reading?
I love it.
Why do you love it?
So in this book, I like that is it one of those books that just take up the whole entire page? I like that it's just like in short chunks.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know how you can have like a really long chapter and it just gets like annoying to you if I have to read it?
For sure.
So in this book, it like each chunk kind of feels like one chapter, so it's not like as tiring as other books.
I love that. I'm a huge fan of books in verse as well, Natalie. I have recently read The Poet X, Brown Girl Dreaming, Mirror to Mirror, and I believe there was another book in verse that I read recently, and it's becoming one of my favorite types of books to read as well, that writing structure, for all those reasons that you mentioned. I do not like long chapters. I like to whiz through to keep the pacing going for me. This keeps it going. So I'm excited you found a book that you love. So what's going on with you, G? What are you reading?
Well, I'm reading The Misfits Mansion. It's a fantasy book, clearly. I mean, you got monsters everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But it's about this girl named Iris, and basically she wants to, like, at the beginning of the book, she sees this commercial about this like Halloween event, because it takes place during fall, and she really wants to go because in the commercial it says everybody's welcome, but humans don't like monsters, or in this book they call horrors. Like, humans don't like them, and if they'll see them, they'll get, like, really scared, and they'll call, like, hunters to go hunt them down. It's really crazy.
Wow.
And this girl, Angus, I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing her name right, I don't know.
Yeah, sounds right.
Leads the mansion while Mr. Holloway is away to find more monsters like them, because he collects them and brings them to this place, but the key thing here is that they can't escape the mansion. Like, they're stuck there because there's a spell on the door, so they can't escape. And so this human with blue hair and this, like, special necklace just randomly comes out of the forest and finds the mansion and unlocks the door.
Oh.
And this cover, I think she can either turn to a doll, or she possessed a doll to chase her.
Oh, this was so freaky. You showed us the illustrations.
It was really crazy. And so Angus, Cal, which is Iris, and Cal, which is Iris's friend, and Angus went to go find I think her name is Delilah.
Mm-hmm.
Went to go find her in the human world because she escaped, and they could get out because, you know, the door was unlocked and it was just out there. So, yeah.
That sounds full of adventure. It sounds like you're able to just keep reading because, I mean, there's a lot going on.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, so this was an interesting book for you to choose. I just love that you all have your own vibe, your own thing. Of course, as a mother who is a reader through and through, I'm sometimes like trying to push certain books your way, and I'm learning to just let it go. This is your reading journey, not mine. And so this book was an interesting selection for you, but I'm glad you're enjoying Misfit Mansion.
Yes.
Oh, the book that I am currently reading is given. Like, it's just giving me all that I need. It's witty. It's entertaining. It's character driven. But the plot is just plotting. Y'all, I am so excited about the second ending. Oh my gosh. So this is apparently a debut novel for this author. And oh my gosh, Michelle Hoffman, I am a huge fan. You are now going to be on my auto buy list because I will automatically pick up and purchase or check out any book you write. So when we think of music, and all three of us are musicians, your daddy's a musician, when you go through a score that is composed where you have a first ending and then you go back, repeat the main part, and then jump to the second ending, I think this title is really clever because our main character here, Prudence, is seeking her second ending, if you will. So she was a child prodigy, had an extreme talent as a pianist, and was the it girl in the 70s and 80s. She performed for the president at the White House. She was traveling around the world, playing in all these symphonies, was on late night shows. She was on the cover of magazines. And long story short, that lifestyle, that life is long behind her. Fast forward to present day, she is a 49-year-old wife and mother. She just sent her last of 2 daughters to college, and now she's like, what the heck do I do with my life? Because when she wasn't playing piano, she was being mama, and now there's not anything to do in the mom world. And she's like, oh, this sucks. So she's filthy rich because she also had composed some jingles. So you know how we're like hearing jingles like in commercials like Nationwide is on your side. Mm-hmm. What's another one? Liberty, 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 liberty. You know, all those little jingles. Or like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, sorry. You know when you get me going, I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, baby. I digress. So she's filthy rich, and it's hilarious because she's very melodramatic, but man, she is married to this banker who is like a lovely man, and the next thing you know, another man crops up with a secret of Prudence's that is no longer a secret to him. And Prudence is like, this secret cannot get out. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure it doesn't get out. Now, that's Prudence. There's also Alexei Petrov, who is a 21-year-old pianist who is accomplished, a Russian young man who now has this show that's like the piano version of America's Got Talent. So it's like a piano duel that happens, and like they keep going and dueling each other until there's the final 2. And so the season is over. The first season's over. It did phenomenally well. And now for the next season, they want to have Alexei himself. He's the host, but they want him to battle another great pianist. And as you can imagine, Prudence ends up falling into this category and I don't want to say reconnecting with the piano, like quite frankly connecting with it in ways she never has before. But there's also a big mystery, and there's like a comedy of errors vibe. So, you know, you've got this other character coming in, this woman who has a grind to axe, or no, an axe to...
Gosh, Mommy.
So you have this other woman who has an axe to grind with Prudence. Prudence doesn't even know who the heck this woman is. And so she's out to get her. All these things are happening at the same time as this build up to that television appearance that Prudence will have where she's battling Alexei. So, oh my gosh, it's just like always something happening. It's moving. These dual stories are phenomenal to follow. They're fun to follow. And both Alexei and Prudence, through this wild ride of getting to this television show, this big episode, are really discovering who they are on a deep personal level and also who they are as musicians. So, you know, it's funny, it's fun, but there's also some deep moments there. So I have like this much left, but before we wrap up, like there are some quotes, and girls, you're both musicians. Natalie, what instrument do you play?
Cello.
Yeah, and Gianna, what instrument do you use?
My voice.
Yes, you're a vocalist. You also used to play steel pan, right?
Yeah.
So you guys will appreciate these. So there's 2 quotes. God loves the poets more than the saints, Prudence. To suffer is human. To turn it into art is extraordinary. Oh my gosh, what a moment. And then the final quote that I'm going to share for this episode of LaRosa Reads. Listen to this, you guys. The music did not offer an escape to the man in the waiting room, nor did it offer hope. So what was happening is Prudence was playing the piano at a hospital waiting room. just to practice getting used to being in front of an audience after not being in front of an audience for 30 years. So there was a man that was there in the waiting room. His wife is dying. So again, the music did not offer an escape to the man in the waiting room, nor did it offer hope. The music underscored the beauty of what he had experienced. That was all. And that was everything. Oh! Yes, 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 yes! This book, you guys, is definitely going to end up being in my top 5 for the year. I can feel it in my bones. Okay, friends, that's all we have for this episode of LaRosa Reads. What are the LaRosa girls reading? We love having you girls. Thank you for blessing us with your presence, because it's really hard now to get you all to make an appearance on LaRosa Reads. So thank you for carving out time for your mother's YouTube channel. All right, so let us know what you're reading. Let us know if any of these books are of interest to you. And until next time, happy reading, baby. Bye.
Bye.